Alright, today we are going to get caught up on some housekeeping stuff. I know that you guys don't like us to do reviews as much as we like to get free stuff in, but we're in hopes to try to get a lot of stuff in the door so that we can give away more stuff. We don't always do it all online, we do a lot of stuff locally. And then also at our car show, our VW Harvest is coming up in October. We put it on the raffle table and you have a chance to win it for like $1. So our raffle table is massive, it's huge, and it's as cool as possible parts that we can put on there, and it's all super cheap. It's $1 for like super high-end cool stuff, and then $10 to win the car. The car this year is going to be a 62 Volkswagen. It's a super cool car. It's lowered. It's got a original 40 horse rebuilt, factory rebuilt motor in it, narrowed beam, like a 6-inch narrowed beam without shock towers. It rides super cool. It's got brand new Wolfsburg West pans in it, and Wolfsburg West is the coolest people in the world. They always help us out with everything that we do, all of our endeavors. Between Wolfsburg West, Go Westy, those Slaughterhouse boys, they're funny. They always make me laugh. Heritage Parts Center out of the UK, they're super helpful, and a gamut of other people are always being super helpful. So one of the things that we do is all the items that we get in, we're supposed to do a review on them, and we get far behind, especially with the weather being like it is these days. We've had about 3 months of 100+ degree weather here in Texas, and between Gary being in school, Martin and I working, we no longer have Matt Jackson, and Jake is in the process of getting married and going back to school because he's a teacher. He teaches track. All that stuff just sort of puts us behind, and we don't do a really good job these days of getting it together. It's Gary who's been doing all the filming, as you guys have seen. He's been going out trying to do shop tours, and just doing little things here and there to make sure that we have some footage to put together. And then when we don't get that put together, because it's just Martin and I doing the editing now, we skip a week or whatnot. And I know you guys aren't very happy about that, but we try our best, and that's really all that we can do. But at this time, one of the things we got is from ANYKIT. It's the brand ANYKIT, and this is articulating borescope. And I had already opened this and played with it when it got delivered the other day, but it's amazing. And one of the coolest things that I've seen about it is the fact that the tip is articulating. And I know that doesn't sound as cool as it seems, but it is pretty cool to me. And the quality was ridiculously great. They sent us the fancy one. They have multiple other ones. This one will take a SD card. It comes with a little 32 gig SD card in there, but it's got a huge screen. It's a lighted tip, and the cool thing about this tip is you can see, just watch what happens. I can actually move it. Whee! It's sort of creepy, actually. So another thing you can do is you can hit this down button, and the down button will change it from upside down or inside like that, up and down, so you can see what you're seeing. This up arrow is a zoom button. You can keep zooming in. That's 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. Oh, it goes all the way to 5 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then starts over again. It has a ton of other stuff that it'll do. The resolution from 1280 by 720 to 1920 by 1080, so then it becomes crazy HD. So now I'm recording. This is the case that that I pulled apart from the fastback that we're still working on. I cleaned it up. It was super messy, and I know that most people don't like painted cases, but I couldn't get it as clean as I'd like it to do, so I threw a little paint on it so it does look better than what it was. But I use dual color. We always put the DE 1635 on everything. This one is the engine paint, and it withstands up to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. It's super oil resistant, gas resistant, and everything else. So once it's dried, it's super nice. In fact, every time we paint anything with the black, the satin black, DE 1635, we like that the best because it doesn't take on fingerprints. It doesn't worry about like gas being dropped on it or oil being dropped on it, or that all stuff wipes away really good. And it lays on super easy, super well. You don't have to worry about streaks or any of that stuff. So it's sort of a cheap, it's a best scenario all around. It can be a little pricey these days. I think it's like 12, 13, 14 bucks a can. But it's the best paint out there, and we use it non-stop. But back to the ANYKIT, and we're gonna record. Now we're recording, and I'm gonna stick it down in this bore. You can see just how clean, how clear the image is. Like crazy. So this is the main galley. That's, if you did race car full flow, it would come in and below it, and then it would skip all of the upstream stuff and go directly into here. And then this one over here is just the other side that's drilled. It's this hole right here, and it's just drilled through. This one right here is drilled through so that they can drill the bottom hole, and then they plug it up. As you can see, it's got a plug right here. That's that one. And that one's super short. That one just goes right here. We can stick it down in the regular case. Check out how clean this case is. This is the bottom of the distributor drive. This is the surface where you'd have at least 2 shims below your distributor drive that acts as a bearing. And you can see some cam bearings there, dual thrust. And then I can stop recording. You can review something like this as much as possible, but at the end of the day, it's ridiculously awesome. And being able to see what you can see and control where this thing goes, it's just beautiful. I've had one that was on my phone and I got real lost. I couldn't figure out where I was at. I had to turn my phone upside down all around trying to figure it out. This one's great because you can turn it. Here, look, I'm recording, and then you can see what I can do here. I can flip it upside down, turn it back around, and then here's our zooms. 5, and then it starts over. Again, ANYKIT. This thing is so cool. It does so much. It's so clear. That's the crazy thing about it being clear. It takes temperature readings too. It says it's a little warm, but that's probably because the tip, the brightness, gives off some heat also. But just in general, it's one of the coolest things that we've gotten in a long time. And we appreciate it from ANYKIT. If you guys wanted to check them out, there's a link below. So in final closing, I just want to say thanks for hanging out with me today. I did realize that my head was chopped off, and you can see I changed clothes a little bit because I changed up the camera angle a little and I'm filming this separate from what I was filming earlier. But I just wanted to say thanks to ANYKIT for sending this borescope. It is amazingly cool. Again, like I said 100 times over. And it's going to come in handy around in the shop looking for stuff, especially when I drop stuff down in tight spaces and can't figure out if I actually dropped it or it just wasn't there to begin with. I'll be able to go down and try to see what's in there and find it. So make sure to like and subscribe, tell your aunts, tell your uncles, check out All Metric Garage for shirts. I think this shirt is going to be on there soon, if it's not already on there. I know Martin was working on that. It's been like 104 degrees every single day. 106 today, I believe, was the temperature. I looked at my watch because it's still 102 today. I have a couple more of these reviews to do, so you're going to have to put up with that as I put them together. And I appreciate you guys just sticking with me. And we'll get back to, at some point, having the crew back together when it's not so hot. I know VW Harvest is coming up. Texas versus the World is coming up. That's a huge drag race, and then when we all get together to go do that, that'll be cool. And I'll be racing I'll try to put together some video for that. Next review will be the pneumatic jack that we got from Vever. That's a pretty crazy cool thing. You put some air to it and it goes, and so that works out really cool. And then Martin's going to do an install of a compressor that we got. That's going to be a mobile 12-volt compressor to be able to air up tires and do stuff on the side of the road in his bus that he's working on. I don't know if it's Overlander style, maybe that is what it's called, but that's what Martin's working on next.